All right, so check this out, man. Y'all know what it is. What we trying to do is get Thommy with an H to like a cocktail. So I got one that's a throwback for him, like bring back some memories for him, since I don't think we do this no more, but we gonna get this down. This shot, this drink is called liquid marijuana. Oh, that's right, liquid marijuana. So what you need, we sent the ingredients. You need you a bottle of some of this coconut rum, right? And you need a bottle of some spiced rum. You're gonna need yourself some blue curacao, or however else you say this. You need you a bottle of some melon liqueur. And you need you some sweet and sour and a dash of some pineapple juice. All right? So this is what we're getting ready to do. We're gonna mix this up for him real quick, all right? So what I'm gonna do, because it's Thommy, we're gonna do a full ounce of that coconut rum. We're gonna do an ounce of the spiced rum. Yeah, I think he's gonna like this one. All right? Now, he told me already by looking at the ingredients that he thinks this is just gonna be all he sees is sugar. So this is what we're gonna do. Gonna take a little bit of this blue. We're gonna do half an ounce of the blue, right? That's it. Don't overdo it because this stuff is sweet. We're gonna do about half ounce of the melon liqueur. Now that we got all that together, gonna take this sweet and sour, right? I do this like I do this. A little bit of sweet and sour, a little bit of that pineapple juice. I know most people will put all this together over ice in the shaker. I like to add my ice after the fact. All right? Gonna throw that all in there in our shaker. Then gonna shake it up. That's good enough, right? So we're gonna call him in here in just a minute. Yes, if you're asking, I wash and sanitize my hands. And we're gonna pour this up. Your drink should look like that. Maybe a little greener, but I like the blue. So we're gonna make this up. This, my friends, is liquid marijuana. All right, let me find out where he at. Hey, yo, Big Thommy.
No.
Get in here, boy. Come on in here. This, my friend.
Bartender. What we got here?
This, my friend, is liquid marijuana.
Uh-huh.
Hold on. Let's see if he likes it.
Boy.
Yeah, boy is right. Tell the truth.
That is sweet.
That is sweet.
Oh, God, that is sweet.
Do you taste liquor?
No.
You don't taste liquor?
I don't taste liquor.
That's the goal. See, you got to understand the goal. You like the taste of liquor.
I like the taste of alcohol.
The goal is to master liquor. You drinking a fruit drink, a light drink that you can sit on a beach somewhere and sip, and you drink that whole thing right there, you'll be leaning over there on that couch. That's the goal.
It's not disgusting.
It's not disgusting.
It's not disgusting.
All right. So is this a drink that if we went out somewhere, you would order?
No, never order.
You would never order that.
Too much sugar. What
would you order instead? You need something a little less sugary. You would just go straight to the rum.
You got a shot glass?
Yeah.
Hey,
he's gonna go straight to the rum.
Going straight to the rum. Yeah, this is it's a little sweet, but for you people that like your mixed drinks, yeah, it'll do it. You do not.
Oh
taste
yeah.
alcohol. You do not taste alcohol. You made it right.
Oh yeah, I did that right. Oh, that's right, sir.
That's what you were looking for.
This is what I'm looking for.
All right. So yeah, I would probably cut down on 3 of the ingredients.
Right. And see, I would add a little bit more pineapple juice.
No, I taste the pineapple. I got the pineapple.
You got the pineapple.
I got the pineapple
Up front.
Yeah.
Okay.
The pineapple makes it bearable. But yeah, I would probably just take the shot.
All right, so this is what we'll do.
Yep.
This is what we'll do. I'll take this.
Mm-hmm.
You can take that. I failed. But you know what?
First try.
We got 11 more to go.
Hey.
I'm going to get them. So, yo, now that y'all done seen this, check out the show. Let's go, boy.
Let's go.
Yeah. What up?
See, we in the same building.
Season 2, first live show. This is how we do it, baby. Hey, listen, man. You know what time it is. You heard that theme music. You see these beautiful faces. This is the Let's Get Canceled podcast. I'm your co-host, Big Tech Dog, your favorite friendly, lovable loudmouth.
And I'm co-pilot Thommy with an H. I'm the voice of the people I speak for y'all. Hey, yo, cousin.
What up, cousin?
You ready?
Oh, I'm ready. Let's get canceled. Yo, so I hope y'all tried this drink at home, man. I hope y'all got it. It's beautiful. Notice that I'm drinking it. He on something else. So we didn't accomplish it, but it's all good. We're gonna be good. So listen, man. Tonight we got a quick show for you, man. We're gonna do some fun things. Talk about a couple of topics that are near and dear to our hearts, and then we're gonna get y'all up out of here, man. Holla at us, all right? So first, we had a storm come through Florida, man.
Storm came through Florida, get real close to home for me. I'm a Tallahassee dude, see these rappers up here. Luckily, they avoided the direct hit, but it hit some places real close to home. And Taylor County. Mm-hmm. Now, we really wanted to speak in on the Taylor County thing because there was something that was put up by the Sheriff's Department in Taylor County. And I'm going to try to read that off to y'all right quick, if I possibly can. Let me see if I can find that. Because it was something that I was definitely not expecting. If you or someone you know close did not evacuate, please write your name, birthday, and important information on your arm or leg in a permanent marker so that you can be identified and family. Now, this is from the Taylor County Sheriff's Office. Because that I had never heard or seen before in my life. But basically they're saying we're not coming to see you.
And you out of luck. You on your own.
We told you to leave. If you choose not to leave, make sure we can identify your family because we're not coming to save you. Don't call me. God's got you. That's pretty much what I got from that.
That's exactly what he meant.
God's got you.
Bro, what he said, when I saw that, I was like, oh, snap. Now, you got to remember, your family is my family.
Right.
So we called each other.
Right.
Because your parents was in Tallahassee.
Right.
My son was in Tallahassee.
Exactly.
And both sets got their asses up out of there.
I called Tuesday, called my pops, and was like, y'all good? Oh, I got my generator, and yeah, we got some ice, and we got some water, and we gonna bunker down. And I was like, listen here, call my big sister, you know, the boss.
Yeah, the boss.
Hey, go tell your dad to come see me. And she was like, well, you know, hey, just tell him, get on the road and make me feel better.
Right.
And she was like, yeah, put that in the chat. That it's gonna help you sleep better if they are there with you. Okay, cool. Put that in the chat. Got that call the next day. Hey, we'll be there Wednesday. So they got out of there. My little sister, my niece's nephew, a couple folks came through the house. So I was the refugee camp for my family. But listen here, my big sister, she didn't come.
Of course not. Of
The
course
boss.
not.
The boss. She
The
decided
boss.
not to come. But everybody was good. All my family and Tally was good. So I was happy for that. But definitely prayers and sympathies and
Yeah,
whatever
man.
we can do out there for the Taylor County family, because I got a lot of homeboys from out that way,
Yeah.
played ball, ran track against them and that sort of thing. So hey, if y'all need something, hit me. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know it. But that statement by the sheriff.
That's scary, bro, because like you gotta remember, I got the phone call. My son was gonna be here this weekend anyway.
Right.
And then my mom's called from Atlanta and she was like, hey, where's my grandson? And I was like, all right, well, he'll be fine, he'll be straight. Then I started watching that path, and at one point that path was like, it's gonna make landfall in Tallahassee.
Right.
And I was like, oh snap. And the next call I got was from the school saying, hey, we're evacuating. So he came Wednesday.
Okay.
So it was like, all right, cool. So he's here, he's been here. So it's like that type of statement, to see that, I'm like, man,
right.
That means that they're literally expecting people to die.
Don't call me.
It's not even a question. It's not like search and rescue teams are getting together. No. Just the search teams.
Yeah, we'll see you when it's over. Search team. No rescue. No rescue. Just
search team.
Search team.
That's what it is.
And this brings me to my final point on this piece.
Yes, sir.
Is we had a discussion about church folks earlier this month. I'm going to talk directly to the church people right now. Don't say, I'm going to pray that God sends this storm somewhere else. Because those people that are in those areas that were directly impacted, I'm pretty sure they prayed too. And it's not a first come, first serve thing.
Right.
God said leave. Well, God told you to leave. All of those alerts that were on the news, all of those reports that you saw, when they say get out, that's God pretty much talking to you. Don't tempt the Lord your God.
Hey, I saw a comedian one time, and he was like, I want to say it was D.L. Hughley, I could be wrong. He said, he's like, sometimes, black folks think they got a special relationship with God, right? He said, sometimes while you looking up in the clouds and waiting for lightning to flash and thunder to roar, sometimes it just sends a nigga go by, hey, nigga.
Let's go. It's time to go.
Sometimes that is
right, because there's a anecdote that's out there where they were like, yeah, why didn't you save me story? Man on his roof during the flood, God sent a helicopter, God sent a boat, and the guy wouldn't go. So the guy dies, and he gets to heaven. It's like, why didn't you save me? God said, I sent you a helicopter. I sent you. Like, this is all on you. So church people, your prayer is not gonna trump those other people's prayers. So don't say, oh, we prayed and it went that way, because no, that's not how that's gonna work. But
it's not how any of this works.
But when you get that sign to get out of Dodge, please do that. Don't make God bring you to him so he can show you better than he told you.
Believe it.
That's all that is. That's all it is. But I definitely want to send, again, thoughts and prayers out to anybody that's impacted. If you can help, please help, because this is crazy. I know there's still some people in Tallahassee that still don't have power days later. I know they say they got a lot of them restored, but there's still people out there without power. I was over in Duval and we caught some wind. It was howling outside my window about 2-3 o'clock in the morning. Made it hard to sleep, but I had my family with me, so I felt better.
Not for me. I was asleep.
You were good.
I was good in sleep. And I'm in Lake County, and so I'm on water, so it's like I looked out my window and them trees was dancing
lean with it, rock with it.
You see the little, remember I told you, you see the little tree out there snapped out front. But overall, man, like we lost power for a quick second and that was about it. Okay. Like we talking about a minute, 2 minutes max, and then everything back up.
Good, yeah.
So, and we checked on family in Atlanta and Georgia and stuff, because they got it right after us. Everybody's good, thank God. I'm just happy, man, that everybody that is close to me, as far as I know, survived and made it through relatively unscathed. So we good to rock, man.
We good to rock. But speaking of hurricanes,
that was the greatest transition.
This is a transition. Speaking of hurricanes, I'm just going to give y'all a quick little minute on some football, because last night, and again, this is our live show for the month. Last night, Miami Hurricanes down 10, came back, took the lead. The last play of the game, the very last play of the game, Virginia Tech throws up a ball, gets caught in the end zone, come down with the ball. Mm-hmm. They call it a touchdown on the field. And then they go to review it. And this is where things get sticky on this Hurricane season. Bro, there is no way, based on what was shown, that they could overturn that call. But you're in Miami. And there is no way those referees are going to make it out of Dade County if they did not give them boys that ball. And that was, for me, that kind of ruined my evening last night. I was trying to get to sleep early because I knew I had to get up on the road earlier today, but I was like, oh, it's a good game. And Miami was doing terribly. Quarterback had a fumble on the first drive, threw 2 picks, but then made a comeback. So it was amazing. However, that last play, I was sitting there with my sister, and I'm sitting there like, either way this goes, someone's going to get screwed. Right. And it just so happened that Virginia Tech got screwed out of that game. And I was so disappointed, but I understood how the officials needed to get themselves out of Dodge before they ended up getting murdered in Dade County. Because
it could turn out bad for them.
Them niggas show up in the Everglades and don't come back out of it. They don't come back out of it.
That is real.
Yeah. So that's where we're going with that. But in our college, we've had some other things go down.
Right.
And that's where I'm going to take you next. And it's not going to be a fun story at all. So trigger warning. NIL deals. And I know a lot of y'all have a lot to say about NILs, and y'all don't have fun with NIL like I do. So you may get triggered by this because y'all think it's ruining college football. Well, this right here for y'all is probably going to be that thing that triggers.
Yeah.
You had Matthew Sluka of UNLV. This kid says he had a $100,000 NIL deal on the table that he was supposed to get. It was a verbal agreement.
That's the part.
Verbal agreement.
That's the part.
With an assistant coach.
Got it.
3 weeks into the season, this man has gotten $3,000, and that was just his moving expenses.
That ain't enough.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing that you NIL hate junkies are gonna really hate about this. This young man has decided after 3 games, I quit. You didn't give me my money, so I am gonna take me a red shirt year, and I'm gonna sit out the remainder of the season. And UNLV, after being 3-0, is now without their starting quarterback.
Hold on.
But you know the hate, because they're saying that this is what ruins football. This is what's ruining college football now. The fact that you're paying these players and they're not there for the love of the game anymore. They're there for the money. This young man.
They were never there for the love of the game.
They were there to go find some money somewhere.
They were there to show you that they could do this to make a living. Hey, man, I know. But let me go ahead and do this. Listen, man, let's be real for a second. Y'all are paying these dudes to play football.
Right.
You've been making money off of them playing football for you forever. Right? You remember back in the day, the NCAA football?
Yeah.
That's when they first started getting like, wait. Y'all making millions off of my name and likeness.
Right.
My image, my name, my likeness.
Right.
Those 3 letters.
NIL.
Thank you.
There it is.
So what it is that people don't understand. Like, yo, bruh, now that I'm here, you promised me something. I'm out there busting my butt, risking my health. What is it? CTE?
Yes, CTE.
I don't know if I twist my knee tomorrow, my whole life is over with.
It's over.
I need that bread.
Right.
And so you decide you're gonna string them along and not pay them. Guess what? I'm out.
And my point on this, my take on it is, if you give him this $100,000, you'll get that money back. Right. If he gets you into a bowl game. You're halfway there. You need 3 more wins, and you're going to make that money back in the bowl season. So why not pay this kid right now? And put that graphic back up again, because there was someone who came out and said that it's worth it. So $100,000 is a small price to keep UNLV's college football playoff hopes alive. So someone there at the Palm is saying, I'll put up the money for his NIL deal. I'll pay him because it's a small price to pay, because he understands if we can get into the college football playoff, we make money. We get into a bowl game, we're going to make this money back. So it's a small price to pay to give this young man $100,000. He's not asking. Quarterbacks are making millions of dollars right now, and you don't want to give up $100,000 to keep an undefeated season going. But there is one of the linebackers that said it's time for the backup quarterback to play anyway. I don't know if that's a real statement, though. I know we've gone over the 5 minutes, but hey, I don't know if that's a true statement. You are 3-0. Why would I want to put in the backup if I am undefeated? I have not lost.
If I was him, I'd sit out. I'd be like, you know what? Screw this. I'm done. I don't care about how much y'all give me, and not take the 100,000 now from whoever it is. You know what I'd do? I'd wait 2 games. It's a gamble.
It's a gamble
because I wait 2 games. Let the backup quarterback get in there and get busy.
Ooh,
and guess what?
If he does not,
that 100,000 now goes about 500,000-600,000.
Oh, so you're gonna negotiate?
All you have as a player is to negotiate with is your skill.
Your skill.
That's it. So if you got the skill, obviously you do.
True.
If you got the skill, you're either going to make it here or somewhere else. You're giving them the option to keep you here.
Right.
If you have to go somewhere else, guess what's going to happen? Alumni, boosters, bro, they don't play.
Fan base.
Period. We learned this with FAMU, did we not?
Yes, we did. Yes, they will make a stink. When the story first broke, I was talking to the edutainer, and he was like, what needs to happen is just need to give this young man like $250,000, tell him to go out and make a statement, say he was mistaken, and sweep this under the rug before it becomes public. Because now, how is your recruiting base going to look at this? How are you going to be able to bring in someone else from the transfer portal and make an offer if you didn't honor this? Now, the schools come out and say, we've never done that, and it's not true. But
doesn't matter.
It's a bad look for the school. So
absolutely,
he was saying, just give the kid a little extra money, go out there and say you messed it up, and keep on playing. But then it came out on freaking pardon the interruption. So it was like, dang, boy, you went national real quick.
And the problem is that in this whole situation, the kid looks like a victim.
Yes.
The school looks like a bully.
To some, because there are some people out there who do not feel these kids should be paid. And those are those people that are triggered right now.
Even if you don't think that they should be paid,
he was lying.
You're looking at this as, well, that's a college kid. Think about if it was your son.
Right.
Your son calls you up, hey, Dad, I did it. They offered me this, and you're going, I've been in this situation.
Right.
Where it was like, did we get it on paper? Where's the contract? Where's the proof?
It's that verbal thing.
And it's like he went all in believing, and guess what? He got let down. Yeah. And he's doing the right thing, in my opinion.
And the kid in Florida, the kid that was at UF that ended up in Georgia, he went through something similar where they offered him a bag and then didn't show up with the money, and he ended up transferring. I think he ended up in Nevada, and then now he's at Georgia, and he's suing the football coach at UF and the athletic department. So
as he should.
Kids, get these things in writing. That's the rule number 1 for the day.
Yes,
get these things in writing.
So listen, man. Speaking of college ball.
Oh boy.
Well, not even college ball, like colleges in general. There was an incident, and you know what? I'm not even gonna talk about the incident. I'm just gonna play you something, and I'm gonna get your honest, straightforward reaction to this.
The N-word was carved, etched with a box cutter into the bare skin of a colored member of the swim team. One of the only colored members, by someone who they thought was a friend.
Okay. This is not funny at
the
all.
Story's not funny.
The story's not funny.
But that goddamn internet.
Like, bro, like, I thought I was the only person that said colored still. So when I saw little buddy out there, it was like the colored student. Oh, that
said it twice.
That made me laugh. I'm sorry. It's a serious situation.
Stop. Wait, no, I'm not done being unserious yet. Am I the only one who felt a little tinge of when he said colored? Because it didn't sound like one of us saying colored.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure somebody's just listening to this. They turn back around like,
what are you talking about? I did that like 20 minutes ago.
When I first sent him there, like,
I said, what color? And I looked, I'm like, oh, that's a little nigga boy.
bro, but that is definitely a serious story.
What happened with this?
So apparently there was a party for the swim team at Gettysburg College. And the colored student athlete went there, and one of his best friends on campus was on the team with him. Him and another student grabbed him, held him down, and his buddy carved nigger on his chest. They said the N-word, I say nigger because
that's what it was.
That's what it was. So they carved this with a box cutter into this man's skin. They said scratched it to make it seem okay. But I
was going to say, when we was going through these clips, I'm like, You could tell, like, he was scratched with a
Right,
that
with
nigga
a
wasn't
box cutter.
scratched. He was
A box cutter. I've never been scratched with a box cutter. I've been cut.
I've been cut.
Yeah,
but I never been scratched.
But yeah, so that's what happened. They held him down. They scratched this on his chest. And for me, I'm gonna ask you,
Don't ask. Okay,
as a parent,
shit,
your reaction when your child calls you and says, "My white teammate held me down and they scratched nigga on my chest with a box cutter." What are your reactions to that? How do you respond to that? Who do you go after first?
I am 43 years old.
Mm-hmm.
I've been black all 43 of them years.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't took a day off. Anytime my kids start talking to me, and all my kids play sports, anytime they start talking to me about teammates, I listen less to what they're saying. I'm listening to see who's involved and then what the outcome is. Right, wrong, or indifferent.
Right.
It comes down to, are they being treated fairly? I don't care if the kids are being mean to them. I really don't. I don't care. If somebody's being mean to my kid, don't be a bitch. Man up. Let's go. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But if you're being discriminatory, if you're purposely withholding opportunity for my kid, there's a problem. If you ever in your rabbit ass life put your hands on my kids, please understand, if they let you do it, they daddy won't. And if you think I'm bad, you ain't met their mama. And if you think we bad, you definitely ain't met their grandparents on both sides. So the thing is, what people are like, y'all, listen, man, when that kid hits that 18, 19-year-old mark,
Mm-hmm.
and you send them off out into the world,
right,
bruh, if that ain't the scariest moment, because at that moment, you got to decide, did I do everything right? Did I teach them everything? Did I show them everything? Did I prepare them for every one of these situations? I don't know how, as a parent, you can prepare your kid to get held down and nigger carved in their chest.
There is no way. There is no way. And in this particular instance,
I forgot the 5 minutes. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
We gotta go.
It's okay. I already knew. See, another trigger warning. This one.
Yeah.
There was a statement put out by the family. Our family apologizes in advance if the statement offends anyone. We seek forgiveness if what we believe to be true is perceived as bearing false witness. This is our intent. This was not our intent. Rather, our intent that in some small way, a heinous act can serve as a transformative moment for Gettysburg College to live up to its ideals of diversity, inclusion, and justice. This is from the family of the victim.
The little nigga boy.
Of the colored kid.
Colored kid.
Yeah, the colored kid.
Let me explain. I want to say this to be clear. That's their kid.
Is that what Michelle Obama was talking about? Taking the high road?
If that's what she's talking about, Michelle and them can kiss my ass. This is what I'm saying. They have the right to feel however they want.
Right.
That's their kid.
I don't like
they
the
have
apology.
to they have to deal with it. Here's what makes you believe that Gettysburg College has those ideals in the first place.
Right.
They've not shown you those ideals. Obviously, they've not shown you those ideals because your son now has nigger carved in his chest. If my kids came home with nigger tattooed willingly, I got a problem.
But that's the thing. If you said I let my white friends carve nigger in my chest, that's a problem for you, but it's still a problem for them. Why would you want to do that? Why would they want to do that? That's the thing there. And the fact that the kid was not immediately dismissed from the school.
Right.
The offenders were not immediately removed. Now they have since been they're gone. We don't know if the school did it or if the kid decided to leave on his own.
Right.
That's still a problem.
That's neither here nor there.
But that's still a problem for the school because how do you not immediately tell this kid you got to go?
Sometimes it's not what you do; it's the fact that you tried to do something.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you hurt me and you hurt my leg, and later on it's found out that it's broken, but what you did was put a cold compress on it. At the very least, you did something to try to mend the problem.
Right. And they did not.
They did not, and that's an issue. And it always seems that these situations are responded to after outrage instead of being outraged by the situation
Yes,
themselves.
because this happened weeks ago before anything
Right.
happened. There have been no arrests. Now the colored kid has decided in the beginning that he didn't want to press charge, and I'm thinking that's my friend. I don't want to see him hurt that way. Maybe there was some hazing going on. Maybe it was, who knows what the reasoning was, but there is no, I see that look on your face. I see that look on your face because there is no justification for it at all. But again, as a kid, you never know what's going through his mind at the time.
Right.
And I don't want to lose my friend.
I understand that.
At that moment, I'm telling him he's not your
But
friend.
the police, if I attack somebody right now with a knife or box cutter, if I attack you right now with a box cutter and the police come and are involved, regardless of what you say, I'm in trouble.
But they didn't find out until later on, and they reached out to the kid.
Which goes back to our original problem. How? Anyway, you know what?
How does nobody know about it?
Listen, man. Hey, parents, let's protect our kids.
Teach your kids.
They've got to learn.
Teach them.
They've got to learn.
Teach them.
And obviously, story after story after story after story, we realize nobody is protecting our kids but us. And so if that's going to be the case, then we need to be real. I don't care that you don't want to teach your kids to hate. We're not teaching kids to hate. I don't teach. My kids got white friends, Hispanic friends, black friends, whatever. But the reality is that when they walk outside my door, I've got a 6'4" young black man who I'm sending out into a world who sees him as a threat.
He's a threat.
And if I don't prepare him for that, I am in dereliction of my duty as a parent.
Indeed. So yeah, you got to teach them at home. You have to teach them at home that certain things are not.
But this one pisses me off.
I know that's why I brought it to you. That's exactly
crazy.
why I brought it to you, because the family, and again, I'm thinking that a lot of his passive nature of handling this comes from the family.
You see where it's coming from.
You see where it comes from, because for them to come out and say, we're sorry if this sounds bad, but the school now needs to stand up to its values or whatever. That's not how this should go. Something needs to be burned down.
As a side note, anytime you got to start a statement with, I'm sorry if this comes off badly, or if it comes across wrong, or no offense, but any of that stuff, you about to say some offensive ass shit.
But my thing is, in this situation, cut that part off and just say it.
Right.
Just say it.
And you got the right to stand on whatever you. I don't want y'all to think that I'm bashing these parents. I don't know if you got black parents, white parents, if he's adopted. Don't matter. Actually, I do kind of want to know.
I don't. I want to know later, but initial statement, I don't care who you are. That's my kid.
I want to know. I wonder what if he was adopted by a white couple? Would that make this worse?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
That's what I mean. I want to know. 100%. So anyway, even if they're black, we're good.
Oh God. I'm like, y'all go look it up. I'm gonna look it up for myself, and I'm not gonna tell y'all.
We're going on the assumption that these are black parents, and I don't want to beat up on black parents because every black household has different values. We're not monolithic. So, but I'm gonna tell you what it is. This type of stuff leads to our next story. This type of stuff leads to our next story. Our next story is on this man. I am sure that you know, before I say anything, who this is. This gentleman is Mr. Marcellus Williams. Marcellus was accused of murder in the first degree. He was convicted and sentenced to death. Recently, as his execution date came up, the outcry got larger. I'm sure that you saw it all over your social media. I saw it all over everywhere. Outcry started because DNA evidence was handled incorrectly.
Murder weapon
was handled incorrectly. What I meant was, that's what I meant. Murder weapon was handled incorrectly. DNA evidence, his DNA was nowhere on the murder weapon. As a matter of fact, the reason they know that the murder weapon was handled incorrectly because one of the arresting officers' DNA was on the murder weapon. Think about that. But the prosecutors from the original case that convicted him offered up evidence that he may not be guilty. The family of the deceased, they still believe that he's guilty, but they petition to not the
Life,
for life, not
for
the
life,
death penalty.
not death penalty. Correct.
This case went through all the way to the Supreme Court, who refused to hear the case because and it was split right down party lines.
Indeed, as your former president, as this always wanted it to be.
I think I said this the other day, but fuck Donald Trump.
No,
I said that. But the problem that I have with this is that I don't know his guilt or innocence.
Do not.
I don't. What I do know is that if the state is going to sanction murder, then you damn well better be absolutely sure.
Absolutely.
And if there is a
no reasonable
shred
of doubt,
of any doubt,
not even reasonable. It doesn't even have to be reasonable.
No. What I'm talking about is if there's a thought that, you know what, maybe we might have this wrong, you can't kill somebody with that doubt out there.
Right.
And that's what just happened. This ain't the streets. No, you can't kill somebody for killing somebody based on what? Like,
right.
What evidence? What do you have? Now, this is where the Republicans get to getting loud. This is where those racist Republicans start getting loud. Like, well, you know, he was convicted by a jury of his peers. Define peers.
Right.
This all-white jury except for one.
And that's another thing that was a part of this.
Right.
Like, you dismissed almost every person of color that was going to be on the jury.
Right.
Without cause.
Right.
That's a step in the wrong direction. But the governor went on to say that he exhausted his due process and he followed the rule of law. And even though the prosecutor's office owned up to their errors and made sure that the errors were known to him, he just stuck by, I went with the rule of law. And I think Joy had something to say about
I was just getting ready to say, let me see what Auntie Joy got to say about it.
Innocence Project has confirmed that just in the last hour, Marcellus Williams was executed by the state of Missouri for his conviction in a 1998 murder that he insisted he did not commit. It comes despite strong opposition, including from a top St. Louis prosecutor, as well as the family of the woman Willis was accused of killing, who said he should serve a life sentence instead of the death penalty. And as several questions still surround the case that brought his conviction. Williams' attorneys claim that the prosecution mishandled the murder weapon and had improperly struck prospective jurors because they were black. But yesterday, Missouri Supreme Court and governor ultimately refused to intervene. And tonight, the U.S. Supreme Court rejected 2 appeals to spare Williams' life over the objection of the liberal justices, Ketanji Brown Jackson, Elena Kagan, and Sonia Sotomayor. Williams is the 3rd inmate executed in Missouri and the 15th in this country this year. He was 55 years old. He will never be older because Missouri is a state and we are a country that maintains a system of official killing without mercy, even amidst evidence of innocence.
Bro, this is heavy. This is heavy.
Yeah.
And rest well, Mr. Williams. Like that,
absolutely.
I'm an advocate for the death penalty in a lot of cases, but in this instance where you are not 100% sure, I do not believe that you should be able to put someone to death.
I think there's a difference between not caring whether someone lives or dies and advocating for their death.
Right.
And there have been situations where if somebody came up and God forbid, if something happened to someone that I know and they were murdered and you said this person did it, and then somebody else comes up, Innocence Project says, I don't know if they did it. I wouldn't care what happened to that person.
Right.
Because at that point, but I wouldn't petition, if there was any doubt, I wouldn't petition to make sure they die.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's what I'm saying. Like, this judge literally looked at everything that everybody else looked at And by the very fact that there are millions of people who are looking at this going, well, I don't know if he did it or not.
Right.
That is doubt.
Right. That should be enough to at least stay the execution. Not, you don't have to pardon him, but stay the execution.
Nobody's advocating to say, I don't know this man.
Retry this man.
I don't know all the particulars of the case.
Right.
I don't know all the particulars of his
And
life.
nobody's saying he's innocent.
I'm not. That's what I'm saying. Like, we don't know if he's innocent or
No.
guilty, but you know what we do know? We know that we may never know because he's dead.
Right. He is dead.
And how many times down it? You know who else they did this to? What's the little boy named Steiny?
Yeah. Yeah.
And this is,
The
I don't
youngest
see
person
this.
to get executed.
Yeah, I don't see this very often with anybody except for people who look like us.
Right. Them other people. And this same
Right.
Governor Parsons.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
He did give out some pardons.
He did. He was nice.
Pardons.
He was nice.
Yeah.
He gave some pardons. You know who he gave pardons to? These niggas.
The McCloskeys.
You've got to be shitting me, bro.
They were given a pardon. So Patricia and Mark McCloskey were among some of the folks who were given a pardon by the governor of Missouri, the same one who refused to give a stay to a man. We have video evidence, we have picture evidence on file of them brandishing weapons at Black Lives Matter protesters.
Yeah, we do. We done seen them. Y'all know these people.
They were provided a pardon of all of their charges from that governor, but a man who we could not prove did anything, he had to die.
In case y'all forgot, these folks is the I almost called them.
Yeah, don't do it.
I almost did it. These wonderful citizens
Yeah,
felt threatened, or at least so they say they felt threatened
that's what they say.
by the peaceful protests of Black Lives Matter in their neighborhood. So what they did was come out on their lawn, brandish weapons in a threatening manner to these peacefully protesting people who didn't look like them.
Basically, because they did not agree with
This is
what they were doing. So they get away with brandishing weapons and making threats that you are arrested for. But you get the pardon from your governor.
Congratulations, white folks.
Yeah.
You did it. Y'all set the system exactly like you needed to. And you got it, and it's working
In
for you.
a post-racial America.
Get the fuck out of here.
This is what happens. This is what happened. So again, Mr. Williams, sorry that we couldn't give you a little more time to get this figured out, but this is America. This is America.
Don't catch him slipping.
Hey, bro.
Anyway,
get me out of this.
Yeah, let's get out of this, man. Oh man, that right there. Okay,
It's heavy, man. That's heavy.
speaking of dumb white folks,
Uh-oh.
your ex-president
Oh boy.
and his wife.
Oh boy.
Let me tell you something. Melania got a new book. She got a new book out.
Where the heck has she been?
Nigga, nobody knows.
Dude, like,
she ain't been with his
dude,
ass.
like we've known what every other first lady was doing since Nancy.
Hey, tell me why she keep hearing about the assassination attempts and she wasn't there.
She setting them up. He think it's Kamala.
It's Melania. The other girl's name who you mispronounced, I'm sure.
She can't hire a good hitman to save her life.
Donald will be at hole 5.
Dude, like, yeah, man. Okay, so she's setting Buddy up.
But you know, here's the thing. She talked about in the book. She defended those nude pictures.
Okay,
which it wasn't that. I never thought that was that big of a deal.
Never.
If you're a model,
She's a model,
and
right.
you know what I'm saying, like it is what it is.
She's a model.
Now the only problem with that is you don't then get to turn around and castigate other people for their background.
Right.
That doesn't line up with your moral standards,
Right.
especially if your moral standards now are against what you did then. Everybody's got a past. Everybody did something that they may or may not be proud of. Just so happens the former first lady is very proud of hers.
Right. But we were talking about this when he was running. Like, I've seen the first lady naked. Like that has never
Did
been
we have this
uttered.
conversation?
No, we didn't.
Why did we not? Because I had this very conversation with somebody, and I was like, I
Dude,
know
like-
what the first lady titties look like.
Right, like
That's
that
terrible.
has never been something that I ever thought of.
Hey, what does the regular titties look like? Jacqueline Kennedy? No, nothing. Nothing? Michelle?
It took Don to get
It
us
took
some
Don
first lady-
to get us-
to get us some first lady titties. I ain't mad at him, but this is so not what the American standard used to be. We have fallen so far from grace.
And it was Republicans' fault.
But I will say,
It was Republicans'
she
fault.
might be the third best looking first lady that we've had.
Who was the first?
I'm gonna say Michelle's the first. Have you seen?
Okay.
Michelle?
Yeah.
Oh boy, from here. Boy.
God bless you.
And then Jackie Onassis Kennedy. That was a bad white chick.
You know who was better than her? Not in the. Or we talking about
First
while they
lady.
were in office?
First lady.
You mean while they were in office?
Who better than her? Ooh, Nancy or Barbara?
Barbara.
Bush.
Nigga, you think I'm
You
joking.
crazy, man.
You think I'm playing?
I know what Barbara look like. I know dog. W was my guy. I know what Barbara. Not Barbara. Barbara was the mama's. She was HW's old lady.
Bro.
Yeah, she was HW old lady, but Barbara wasn't. Oh, you finna go back to her when she was a kid? You got her titty somewhere?
No. no.
HW.
It was something else.
Because boy, when I met Barbara, Barbara had blue hair.
Yeah, well, I'm not talking about
Blue
that
hair
Barbara.
Barbara.
No, I might be thinking about somebody else because I'm looking at the old picture
Yeah,
now.
like,
Going,
that ain't
no,
it.
that ain't her.
That ain't it. Nah, but yeah, Melania gets the 3 spot. She get the 3 spot. I'm gonna give it to and no, I'm not giving it to Michelle because she's a black woman. But
I am.
But it's partially because she's a black woman because white women ain't built like that. Boy.
At all.
Jesus. And no disrespect, Mrs. Obama. Mr. Barack, please don't send nothing to hit me. I'm just saying. And people that made worse.
Hey,
jokes.
nigga, hold on, man. I like this house. Hold on, man. hey, Barack. Hey, Jacksonville, homie.
And people have made way worse jokes than I just did. And I'm not joking, though. I'm not joking at all, boy. Miss Michelle.
Listen, man.
Hey,
That ain't where we was going with this.
we're not, but yeah, but I seen the first lady's titties and not the one I wanted to see.
So
How about that?
here's the thing. That the reason I brought that up is because those standards, even though we're willing to look at that and go, okay, so it's not that big a deal. Those are the same type of things that they castigate black folks for doing.
Right.
Imagine if when she was 19, 20 years old, Michelle had done something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, it would have been over.
She couldn't even have one of them in her phone that she sent to her husband.
Barack wore a tan suit and they lost their ever-loving mind.
Right. They did a terrorist fist bump. So just imagine.
Oh,
this,
no.
Just imagine this on her titties. Look at her areolas.
Why are they bumpy?
Right. Oh, they're so big.
No wonder-
I don't even know why I've imagined Michelle Obama got big areolas and some. I don't know. Nigga, I've had, how many years has it been since we met her? It's been about 20 years, dog. It's 2004. What? 20 years.
I quit the show. I'm done. Barack, it has nothing to do with me. You hear
I
me?
love her. It's
Oh, man.
It's Janet Jackson, then it's her. It's Janet, then her.
But listen.
Okay, I'm sorry.
So
Keep talking.
you got Donald Trump.
Mhm.
Donald
Mhm.
marries this woman.
Mhm.
This is the third one?
Yeah.
This is the third one.
Mhm.
What was funny in her book, she said they asked why they only have the one kid.
Mhm.
And she was like, Donald wanted some more kids. And her response to it, like when she was doing the interview, she said, he said, if you want more kids, she goes, no, because I know I'm always, everything kind of falls to me. Oh, this is early on with Barry.
Right.
You don't want no more kids?
Right.
This nigga like, oh, this ain't working out already.
Right.
I don't want no more. It's hilarious.
Don.
So Don is a pervert, and we all know that. And funny that she's only doing like Fox News and other right wing.
What are they going to
outlets.
ask her other than where have you been?
What would I ask you about the interview?
She hasn't planted a tree. She didn't come out and say just say no. She hasn't got down given us any
Health
flowers.
initiatives,
She hasn't come
nothing.
out to the schools and given us any lunch program. What does she do? Where is she?
She made.
Where was she? I don't even know what she did when she was in the White House.
What she did on Christmas. She had all them red Christmas trees. Remember? Yeah, it was a lot of red Christmas trees.
So she probably somewhere with a boyfriend.
I'm sure.
I wouldn't be mad at it.
I'm sure.
I wouldn't be mad at it because your husband's a lunatic. So I'm pretty sure you need to go hide somewhere too.
He's nutty. But so I wonder why Donald Trump has the 34 felons convicted, and he's running for president. He's out, free,
running for president.
Now, I
indicted, convicted.
I didn't want to do this, but I'm gonna do it again.
Go ahead.
Diddy's just indicted. He ain't been convicted of nothing. And he's locked up. Can't go home. No bond. No bond.
So this lets you know that it ain't about being a billionaire.
Nope.
Everybody likes to say, "Oh, if you got enough money, you can get away with anything." Well,
you can't.
This goes to show you that sometimes these folks can't get away with what these folks can get away with. I understand they are. Brody. Oh, did not see. This what happens. This what happens on live. This what happens when you live, bro. He pull one on the boy. And I told him when I pulled out that I was supposed to have a bottle of baby oil. Here with me,
y'all. I was at the dollar store the other day, boy. I'm about to grab me a bottle of.
I'm telling you, we gonna talk about it enough. We're gonna get a sponsorship, but. Bro, that just lets you know, bro, you cannot do it. I'm like, you can be convicted and still run, but you can be indicted with, there's proof, but there's been no conviction.
Right.
And you got to go sit in jail until your trial date.
What's bad about it is that Diddy got in trouble, right?
Mm-hmm.
He now, by no means am I defending this nigga.
Okay. Right? I was about to say, but you like to shoot them niggas bail.
Let me ask you a question. We know Diddy had all these parties, right?
Mm-hmm.
And at these parties were very high-profile people, right?
Yes.
We're talking about millionaires and billionaires, and we're talking CEOs of companies.
Yeah.
Have you noticed the mass exodus of CEOs?
Bro, and that's a problem. Like I saw, there you go.
Warner Music Group.
The music executives are starting to step down, and I'm wondering if it's cause and effect. Because these guys have been in the game for a long time. These guys have been around for a long. They are staples in the business.
Yep.
And now all of a sudden, Puffy goes inside, and now everybody's walking away.
Nobody trusts that nigga.
They do, and that's what I was about to go to. Is it because they know Diddy's about to release the list? Is the Epstein list coming out?
Yo, Diddy gonna be like this. His name here. Take that.
Right. Take that. This from the very first freak off. This is insane the way that these executives are walking away, and I'm pretty sure there's gonna be more. And I'm wondering if they think he's gonna tell. And I came out initially and said, there's nobody to tell on. He's the head of the snake. They cut off his head. But I'm pretty sure they're going to give him a way out of this.
Of course.
They're going to give him a way out.
Here's the thing. They spent all that time between raid and arrest figuring out how we can get this stuff. And they found something.
They found a lot of something.
And they've in that, because I can guarantee that baby oil ain't what he charged me.
Not at all. Not at all. But here's another thing that just goes out to
and wait,
anybody.
real quick before you go. Racketeering?
Yeah.
They are not going to charge you with racketeering if all your co-conspirators are just assistants and security.
Right.
Not going to happen.
Right.
All right, go ahead.
But just for anybody doing criminal activity, don't keep the evidence.
Oh God.
Just simple rule. Simple rule.
I thought that was without saying.
That used to be understood, but I guess this goes to people with some semblance of power.
Right.
When they come, they're gonna come and get everything. So burn the hard drives, goddamn flush whatever you can.
Get rid of the baby oil. What is wrong with you?
There's no way he could get rid of 1,000 bottles.
How do you dispose of 1,000 bottles of baby oil?
Baby oil bath. I told y'all the other day when D was on, I told y'all
That nigga
slipper slides.
That nigga
Slipper
said,
slides.
I still can't get over that. D said, like water and when he kept saying that.
Water.
Do you know?
No, I have no idea.
Right now, I don't know what he was talking about.
I'm gonna Google it later.
I'm not.
But I am.
You just call me and tell me.
Here's the side note. I was listening to the pod from Wednesday.
Okay.
And I started finding a trend that every time I say, hey, look this up, go here, look this up, you refuse. How do you refuse?
What are you talking about?
You won't go look up the 304 Talk. You wouldn't go look up the OnlyFans. You never want to go look up the fun stuff, man.
Because it's not fun.
Hey, this
I'm
is
gonna run
research.
across something crazy.
This is research.
You know what's
for
research
the
for me?
pod.
It's bad enough that I got to open up my Instagram direct messages or Facebook messages or text messages from you and see whatever it is that you sent. So that's enough research for me. I know it by looking at what I just received. I know where your head's at. We can do the show.
You gotta come with me, though. You gotta come with me. Come down that rabbit hole with me. Come down that rabbit hole with me. You know what I'm saying?
I don't like rabbit or most holes.
I'm gonna start sending it to your wife. That's gonna be our pillow talk for the night. You know what I'm saying? We're like, Thommy sent me this. Let's go look this up. We gotta research this for the show.
I can guarantee you of all the things that I know my wife would say. Let's go look this up together. It would not be one of them.
She gonna block me. She gonna block my number.
She'll just stop answering. She go, we'll be right in the car. She goes, I'm like, what? Thommy. I'm like, okay, I'm remember that.
Tell Evelyn, leave me alone. Hey man, but that's just.
Speaking of wait. Speaking of wives, I know. Quick side note to Mrs. with an H. Listen, I missed your birthday. I didn't miss it. Your husband, who is a jackass, wouldn't listen.
You ain't miss it?
No, I didn't miss it.
You didn't miss it?
Okay, I didn't give you a gift on it.
No. You called me when? You didn't call me on her birthday. You was like, damn, I missed Cam's birthday.
I did say that.
So it ain't my fault.
I said, let your wife know. And you know what happened? The next time I spoke to his wife, I got one of these. She said nothing but, I called you on your birthday. And you didn't call me on. And I'm like, I said I was real busy that day, and I talked to Thommy the next day. And so I apologize. I'm sorry. I love you, cuzzo. That's it. She was supposed to be here. I thought I was gonna be able to.
Yeah,
nope, didn't happen.
Yeah.
But anyway, back to the story.
Back to how you sound from porn, and you don't support. I guess because it's the whole. I'm gonna send something to your wife, so you just like, well.
And we working back around your wife. Now we back to.
Right, there we go.
Now we back to Diddy baby oil.
Diddy and baby oil. Yeah. So that was you. Send us some baby oil. Be like, Dale said. D said you got to put the water with the baby oil, and it'll do something.
Not quite sure what it'll do, but if you'll check it out for us, we'd love to know.
If y'all know what baby oil and water does, please let us know. I'm gonna Google it, but I want to know. I want to see if y'all are as degenerate as some of our friends are, because I had no clue.
Let me check.
All I knew is it'll go on. You can put it on a slip and slide, and you can slip and slide. But that's all.
I'm gonna change. I'm gonna go ahead and search, but I gotta change it to the Let's Get Canceled search first. Get off mine. Anyway.
Oh, we're gonna ask kid when the boys come back. We're gonna ask them see if they know.
Like last time I asked my kids something about something that I did not need to know about, all I got was I don't like that.
Okay, they'll talk to me. Maybe
they'll talk to me.
Yeah, they'll talk to me.
All right, so listen, man. What have we learned from all of this stuff? Like with Trump versus Diddy, with the couple in Missouri versus Mr. Williams, with the young man getting nigga carved in his chest. All of that stems to one thing, and I think that this needs to be our game for the day.
That's going to be our game for the day, and it's basically what Kendrick Lamar told Drake. They not like us.
Not at all.
And we not like them. And the rules that apply to them,
well,
we
here
don't get to play with.
Speaking of that, let's go ahead and play this. And I want to play something, and then I think it'll apply to the rules being different.
Let's go to that. Let's go there.
Good morning, family. I see that the feds are at it again. They've indicted and formally charged Eric Adams, mayor of New York. My heart and prayers go out to him and his family because they in for a dogfight. You know, it brought back some eerie feelings for me because those were the first charges, in my case, illegal campaign contributions. None of those charges made it to the courtroom. They were later dropped, but it gave the feds the entrance point to start the J. Edgar Hoover treatment on the people that they wanted to break down. Yeah, they bring them in, they show them pictures of their children, they tell them they're going to be in a larger conspiracy, go to prison if they don't just sign this statement saying that he did this. And most of them do, all of them do, really. And then they absolve themselves from prosecution. I want you to see also that it's the Democratic Party going after another black mayor. This happens all over the country: Texas, Oklahoma, California, Florida, New Orleans, Detroit, Chicago. It's happening all over the country. Now, New York, if you unashamed and unabashed and strong enough to say, no, I'm independently working for these people and looking after their interests, the first thing they're going to do is turn you against those people. Yeah, it's a textbook thing. J. Edgar Hoover, wizard, wicked genius. Listen, if black lives really matter, they better start mattering to black people, because we the worst haters of ourselves than anybody. It's time for you to get mad at your real.
Bro,
He ain't lying.
he ain't lying, but I don't think that's the voice that needs to say it.
I was gonna go there, but you go right on here.
If y'all remember Kwame Kilpatrick, a proud rattler, unfortunately, but he was indicted, served his time. He did his time, but yeah, for committing crimes as the mayor of Detroit.
Yep.
So he ended up playing the game that is normally played by the politicians there, but did not realize that you don't get to do the same things that they do and get away with it. Because as soon as you stray away from the norm that they have set, they're going to lock your ass up.
Night.
Eric Adams, Mr. Mayor, you did some things that every mayor does. But when it's your turn and you stray against the norms, they will lock your ass up too. And that's the game for the night. For all of you out there that look like me and this guy, you do not get to play the game the same way that they do.
Right.
The rules are not the same. Now, here's one thing that we have discussed with me and my friend group for the longest time is they use the same playbook now. They are using the same playbook that they started with. So if you read their playbook, you will know how they're going to come at you. So just abide within those rules and find loopholes in their game. Because as soon as you try to play the game the way they do, they're going to get you. So you have to find the loopholes within their game. So this goes for kids when you're in school. This goes for you at the job. This goes for you out in the streets. You do not get to use their rules against them. However, there are loopholes in their game plan that you can use to get where you need to go. But Eric Adams, you are in trouble, buddy.
Look, man, the issue that I have with it, this might get me in trouble.
Go for it.
The issue that I have is that you either are going to play the game as them or you're going to play the game as us, right? So you either get to play and say, hey, they're wrong, we're right, and we're going to stand on right and fight from that angle, or they're doing it this way, so I get to do it this way also. The problem that I have with Kwame and Mayor Adams is that they stood on a moral high ground that they did not deserve, nor did they earn. And the reason is that they decided that they were going to preach out loud transparency and morality and upstandingness, and then got caught and said, see, they trying to lock a brother down.
Right.
And I don't like that.
And you know who else did that? Andrew Gillum.
He did.
Former mayor of Tallahassee.
He did.
Same thing. But again, and Kwame said they're doing this all across the country.
Yeah.
Where we're trying to understand where Black folks get we're like them and we get to do, if they're doing it, we should be able to do it also. We've never had that. We've never had that equality.
Never.
So why isn't it in these instances that we're doing things to protect ourselves from that? Because you've ingratiated yourself with them so much that you feel like they're your friends. They're not your friends. They're looking at you as if you're Drake and they're Kendrick and he's not like us. She's not like us. You're not like them. There is something about you that they can see that lets them know you're not like them. So they are not going to give you the same grace and the same,
not at all,
those same leverages that they can use, because you don't belong. Now you can play the game as well as you want to, but you don't belong. Like your boy that's been caping for Trump for all these years, and now all of a sudden he's come out and they found stuff on a dang on porn feed from years ago. Dude's like, I don't want this to be a distraction from the president, from the former president, so I'm gonna stop talking. Bruh.
The black Nazi?
Yeah, I'm a black Nazi and he wants to bring back slavery.
Yeah, and he get him a couple.
Bruh.
That's your boy. I don't know. He's Republican. I ain't got nothing to do with that.
No, he's not. That's the thing. These people are not Republicans.
You don't get to get in their party.
They are not Republicans.
You don't just like don't get to get in their party.
They joined my party.
No, they didn't. They've been there before.
They have not been there. Donald Trump was one of y'all.
He was.
And then he came over there because I can talk crap about this black man and these people over here.
So let me ask you a question. If you feel comfortable doing it around certain people and not around others, what does that say about those people? Exactly. So, like I said, ladies and gentlemen, don't let Thommy with an H dissuade you. Don't be a Republican.
Be a Republican.
Don't be a Republican.
Come change the game from the inside. There's nothing you can do as a Democrat because y'all keep sucking and losing. So
obviously we ain't
don't keep sucking and losing.
Obviously, based on that governor race, we ain't the only one sucking.
They're coming after your governors. They're coming after your mayors. So if you join the Republican Party, you can fix it from the inside. Just like you got to take medication to fix those ailments. Sometimes you got to swallow it down so it can fix you.
Have you ever been swallowed?
You got to swallow, ladies. You got to swallow. But hey,
that ain't what we talking about.
Wednesday.
Yes, sir.
Wednesday, we are going to discuss ladies and how you guys are a part of the problem. And not in the ways that you think we're going to discuss this. I'm talking about why these men are so sassy, as y'all call them. Why there's so many gangsters out there. And I know it's like, where are their daddies? Well, if their daddies ain't there, it's just you. What have you done? Hey, so we're going to dig deep into that on Wednesday's episode. So please stay tuned. And cousin,
yeah,
you're going to be there. You're going to talk. You're going to talk.
I am.
You're going to talk. You got a lot to say.
I got some stuff to say. Yeah.
It don't matter. Even if he doesn't have anything.
You got a bunch to say.
Oh, I got a bunch to say. I've been on my soapbox about this for years.
You went through a whole year of this podcast and hinted at it a few times.
I have. But I had y'all's back, ladies. I had y'all back for a whole year. So now your advocate is going to come out and speak directly to you guys. I'm going to speak. I'm going to join my partner's team here. I'm going to join the hate train for just a little while. No, but in all honesty, it's going to be a great episode. Yeah. I may reach out to somebody to come on and have a discussion with us. And yeah, we may see how this works out. So Wednesday, 8 p.m., please make sure to be there. But definitely want to make sure that you ladies know that it's coming from a place of love, and tell your kids to watch too, because they're gonna blame you for their life anyway. You may as well give them some ammo.
I don't care. Listen,
may as well give them some ammo. Let them hear from me.
I normally will tell y'all, like, listen to us. We got the best advice. Don't y'all let y'all kids watch this show.
Yo, my mom hit me the other day. She was like, you know what? I was watching.
What?
Like, stop it. Yes, it's Did the Church Go Too Far episode. She was like, I agree with you.
With who? Me or you?
With me, of course.
Well, I mean, no, she ain't gonna agree with me.
No.
But I mean, there was still a chance that she wouldn't agree with you.
Because the church folks is going, she was like, yeah, they're going to. They're going to.
Wow.
Yeah, so, but when she spoke and
You did sound like,
and she gave a detail of what I said. I was like, oh, she watched the whole thing. I was like, I hope she does not watch this last episode. Jesus Christ.
and she watching right now going, I knew I shouldn't watch this. Hey, auntie.
Hey, hey, ma. No. I don't want her to watch the me telling people to leave janitor alone. That was
You were a little upset.
You
know what, man? Listen. Hey, y'all. We appreciate every one of y'all, man. Hey, I know we haven't been saying it a whole lot, man, but we trying to push this into overdrive again, all right?
Yeah.
We need y'all to like, share, subscribe, comment, man. The more y'all interact with the posts, the more y'all interact with the YouTube videos, the more y'all interact with these lives, the better we look and the more we get bumped in the algorithm, man. So that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to get more eyeballs over here to Let's Get Canceled podcast. All right? So we appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all for rocking with us, man. We about to go party. We got a party to go to.
It's a party.
We going down, all right? So, yo, cousin.
What up, cousin?
We didn't get canceled yet.
Not yet, so we got to do this again.
We got to get it next week, so you can definitely get us canceled.
All right. No, I'm not going to. Well, probably. But ladies, again, I love y'all, but we going to see y'all Wednesday. We got to go.
And my game's going to be different next week.
Oh,
all right, y'all. I'll holler at y'all. Peace.
Love y'all.
Peace.